Welcome. Today, 21st of May 1930, we're going to do an interview with Francis Scott Fitzgerald, present here today. He's an American author born in 1896 in Minnesota. And we're going to present today his book called The Great Gatsby that has had a lot of success. So please tell us about the book.
Well, The Great Gatsby basically embodies the American dream. Jay Gatsby is a self-made man, a romantic who invents his past and hopes to recapture his first love with Daisy Butcher. It is a story about the 1920s and that period.
Okay, great. And can you tell us a bit about the location geographically where the book takes place?
The book takes place in around 1922, between the real New York City and Long Island. But I also wanted to create a more fictional area, which was East and West Egg, which is where Tom Butcherman and his wife Daisy live, and on the other side is where Jay Gatsby is.
Okay. Very interesting. So, how did you come up with the main idea of this book? Why write a novel about Long Island and the rich people, the rich society from that place?
Well, when me and my family moved to Long Island, we were originally from the Midwestern part of the USA, and we found it was this completely extravagant, over-the-top, crazy place, and I really wanted to capture this in a novel and express its madness of the roaring 20s.
And so, did you write the book entirely in Long Island while you were living there, or did you write it as you moved around the world?
Yeah, the book was kind of written all over the place. I mean, it was conceived in Long Island when I moved there with my family, and then also in the French Riviera in Saint Raphael, and then it was finished in around 1924 in Rome, where it was published in 1925.
And something more personal, so who's your favourite character in this story, if you have one, and in that case, why?
I'd have to say that I have probably two favourite characters, which are the main characters, Nick Carraway and Jay Gatsby, since I feel they are a reflection of myself in different ways, and it's kind of like my autobiography played out between the two characters in this book.
Inspired by your own self, you portrayed yourself throughout your two main characters, Nick Carraway and Jay Gatsby, but did you take anybody else in your daily life or any other people that you may know to portray any other characters in this book?
Well, I would say Zelda was a big inspiration for the character Daisy, who Jay Gatsby listed after as a baby for many years. And Daisy is supposed to be this beautiful lady, and that is how I see Zelda.
What traits of your personal character did you represent throughout Nick Carraway and Jay Gatsby?
Well, I see Jay Gatsby as the man who was self-made and had a lot of admiration for his wife and had to pursue her for a long time, whereas in my personal life I had to pursue Zelda, and she rejected me as she said I didn't have any money as a writer, and then after my first book was really successful, she accepted my proposal and I went off marriage. And with Nick Carraway, it was more of, well, Jay Gatsby was kind of in the present of myself, and Nick Carraway is more of the past.
So, are there any symbols in the book that you could tell us about, any little details here and there that make us analyse the book in more depth?
Well, there are two symbols in the book. The first one is the link between geographical locations, social classes. So, for example, Tom Butcherman and Daisy Butcherman and Jay Gatsby all live in West and East End, which are rich areas with big houses and beautiful views. And then, to contrast, when they go from Long Island to New York, they have to pass through the Valley of Ashes, which is a very dark, miserable, poor place. And they have, whilst going through that, they have no real connection. They don't pass, they have no communication with that class. And the second symbol is the link between the weather and the plot and the emotions of the characters. For example, when Jay Gatsby goes to meet Daisy for the first time in the book, it is raining very heavily, and then after that, on the staged day when they're together, the sun is shining, they're all laughing at them.
So last question to wrap up this interview. Are there any foreshadowings in this storyline in the book that you can tell us about?
Towards the beginning of the book, there is a part where when Nick is walking back from Jay Gatsby's first party that he's been to, and he sees a car crashing in a ditch, and this is meant to symbolise and foreshadowing the crash that happens later on, killing Myrtle, which is Tom's mistress.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And see you soon.